you feel skeptical about all the woo-woo things that are out there, I feel you. That used to be me. I decided to give it a try. Everything changed. The practices I'm going to share with you have changed my life for the better and transformed them in a way I never really expected. If you want to know how they can transform your life as well, I'm going to share the habits that completely shifted my life. If you want to feel energized from within, try this. Whenever you're going to drink a cup of water, we're going to program this water before it enters your body. I know it might sound way out there, but hear me out for a second. There was a study done how water can remember intentions and can feel energy. In one test, they were saying positive things about the water, speaking with love, speaking with kindness. And on the other side of the experiment, they said negative things. On the positive one, they said, "You are loved, I am grateful." And on the negative side, they said, "You're so stupid, you're so dumb." And here it's where it's becoming interesting. They froze the water, and within the water, you could see geometric patterns form. And the one with positive affirmations had the most beautiful mandalas, most pretty geometric spaces and patterns. The one where they talked negative to, it came out with very distorted images. You can be grateful for the water and for the food that you're eating, and just programming it with that mindset that you're so grateful to have food on your table, to have water, to have clean water. But you can also take it a step further and program it with the intentions that you want to bring into your life. Our bodies are mostly water anyway, so if we program something and tell the water, "You are beautiful, you are enough, you are worthy," and you drink it, you program that water, and it's gonna enter your body. The next habit I'm sharing, I was kind of hesitant at first when I first saw it. I was like, is this really working? But I've tried it many times, and it's one of my favorite things to do when I feel anxious or when I feel unworthy or just not enough, and that is EFT. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and there are certain meridians on your body that you can tap to let go of limiting beliefs and program it with something more beautiful and more positive. Here are the points that you're going to tap. There's one on the top of your head, then on your third eye. You have the side of your eye, and then you have under your eyes, under your nose, on your chin, on your collarbone, and then under the arms. And you can use either hand, and for under the arms you can use either side. Usually how I learned it is that there's 3 rounds or more. And the first round, you're acknowledging the fear you're having, the doubts you're having, the anxiety you're having. We're not fighting against it, we're going with it. We're acknowledging it. That's the first step. And then on the second and third run, you're going to replace it with something positive. If you're interested on a deep dive on EFT, let me know in the comments so I can make a whole video about it. The reason why I said 3 rounds or more depends on your well-being. I always like to go on a scale from 1 to 10. And if after 3 rounds, my feeling, my doubt, my anxiety is still over 5, I'm going to do another round until, on a scale from 1 to 10, it's below 5. Sometimes I even say go below 3 to really make sure that I feel grounded and relaxed and at peace. And this is such an incredible tool to use. It's free and it's so beneficial, and I love it so much. One of my favorite habits for sure. Our energy makes or breaks our day. And if you want to have really good energy, feel really uplifted, you're going to sit down in a calm space. And it's not your usual meditation. What you're going to do is either grab your headphones and put on your favorite song. Just get in the mood, maybe shake your shoulders a little bit and just groove it out. This is going to be your mantra for the day, okay? Or you can prepare a little bit more and record your favorite affirmations, your favorite words, your favorite quotes that make you feel uplifted and that will bring you really in a positive mindset. You can record that with your own voice to your phone and then loop it. There is a good app called Parrot that you can do that with, and then just listen to that. Similar with the water programming, you can do that to your mind. If the regular meditation isn't for you, try this, because I promise you it will definitely boost your mood. I've recently uploaded a video about how to protect your energy. I will link it up here so you can watch it later. But protecting your energy is so powerful, and it's also essential. If you're an empath and you struggle with walking around in the city or going to work or wherever you go, and you feel like you're taking on all this negativity from other people, it's good to set an energetic boundary. And how you can do that is basically just imagining a shield around you, like a big bubble. You know, these bubble artists that swallow a whole person within their bubble. Just think about that. But this bubble is a little different. It doesn't pop so easily. Okay, so you can imagine this shield of protection around you. It's going to protect you from other energies that you don't want to take on. If you're usually a sponge of emotions and other people's energies, that's a really good trick. Additionally, I always carry a crystal with me, and that specific crystal is smoky quartz. It is phenomenal at transmuting energy. So if you have to deal with toxic people, energy vampires, I'm just holding this in my hand while it's in my pocket, or you can also get a bracelet. Imagine that this negativity is just thrown at you, but you can transform it into something positive. Been in the spirituality practices, you probably know that mental state of your brain before you go to bed and right when you wake up is the most powerful to penetrate it with something positive. So here's what you're going to do right before you go to sleep. Into sets, also known as state akin to sleep. That means like right before you sometimes feel like the twitching moment, or your eyes are almost closing and you feel like you're going to sleep, say this sentence. I'm thanking the universe for waking up in the best possible timeline of my life. I'm thanking the universe for waking up in the best possible timeline of my life. To manifest the best possible outcomes, we need to be grounded. Sometimes we're all in our heads and we're overthinking things, and that's why it's so important to be grounded. One of the easiest ways to ground yourself is barefoot grounding, and you don't need anything for that besides your bare feet on the ground. If it's too cold outside where you live, that's not a problem. You can go barefoot on your floor, or you can go on the balcony just for a couple of seconds. I would highly recommend to try it in the warmer months, to do it on grass. It really feels incredible. And there's so many benefits to that. It improves sleep, it improves your mood, it improves your heart health. It can help with anxiety and just alleviate a lot of pain and stress. And one of my favorite ways is when I had a really long flight and battling jet lag. Incredible. It's really incredible. So if you only do one thing out of this video, please do this. Give it a try. Then there's a technique I like to come back to. If I am trying to manifest something and I feel a little resistance, and that happens every once in a while, and sometimes I was thinking that, oh my God, I can't have negative thoughts about it because then I'm manifesting the opposite. There's a technique by Neville Goddard which is incredible. It is called the ladder technique. Maybe a few of you know it as the I will not technique. Basically, he told a bunch of his students take part in an experiment, and for the next 3 days they were supposed to imagine climbing a ladder, and the other part of the experiment was to write on a post-it note, I will not climb the ladder. Before they go to bed, they had to imagine physically in state akin to sleep to go through the motions of climbing a ladder. But then the next morning or the days after that, they would always see their post-it notes around their homes, around their apartments. They would repeat loud with a lot of conviction and a lot of power. They would say, I will not. The experiment is fantastic. If you want to learn more about it, I have a whole video dedicated to it. What is one sign that you might feel that you're not alone, that you're supported? For me, it's seeing angel numbers, and it's not so much of a habit, but just a reminder that when you see these numbers, that you are being guided, that you are being protected by the universe or whatever you believe in. Here's a quick rundown on the numbers if you wanted to screenshot it for later. One of my interpretations is that I don't want you to feel that you have to learn the numbers by heart. If I see angel numbers, usually I have a thought that's popping up right in my mind, something that I wish for, something that I'm dreaming of. And if that's correlated with the number I'm seeing, I know that this number is meant for this. I'm being guided, I'm protected. And of course you can learn the numbers, but you don't have to. I think our intuition, our body knows exactly what it is for. And whenever you see angel numbers, just know that it is meant to be for you. You are being guided and you're exactly where you are and you're not alone. Ever have the feeling when you get home from work, your school, or whoever you had to deal with throughout the day, you feel a need to cleanse your body? Of course you can take a shower, but if it's more energetically and you feel like just yuck, I don't know what to do, grab a selenite wand and do an aura brush. And if that's not enough, I have a prayer for you. I will put it on the screen so you can read along. Divine Spirit, I call upon your healing light to cleanse the space and my being. Please remove any negativity, stagnant energy, or attachments that do not serve my highest good. May your light shine brightly through me, purifying all that is in need of release. I invite love, light, and harmony to flow into the space, filling it with peace and positive energy. May I be grounded, centered, and aligned with the highest vibration of love. Thank you for this cleansing and renewal. So it is. The next habit I have for you is a 2-in-1 deal, and that's just perfect. If you've done visualizations through vision boards or manifestations in general, you know how powerful it is and how fast it works. Here's a visualization technique that I want you to try. The first one is called future self visualization. Focus on one goal that you want to achieve and imagine yourself achieving that goal. The final goal, the big goal you had, is finally here. You worked so hard for it and now it's there. Now I want you to visualize, who are you with? What are you wearing? In which scenario are you? Are you in a hotel? Are you on a beach? Are you receiving an award? Are you speaking on a big stage? Where are you location-wise? And then who is with you? Who is your supporters? Who had your back through it all? Who is there to see you shine? What do you feel in this moment of achieving your goal? What are your emotions like? Do you feel like you're smiling from ear to ear and you can't stop? All of this, get really detailed and visualize yourself. And then we come to the second step of the visualization. It's called the congratulations method. It is by Neville Goddard as well. And in this part, you not only congratulate yourself because you're so proud of yourself, you achieved this goal, but the people around you that have supported you throughout, they are also congratulating you. What are they saying? Is there an award? Is there some kind of medal? Is there an achievement that you can see in your hands? Be really proud of yourself and celebrate the wins. And then, last but not least, there's another technique I like to do every once in a while, and that is the mental movie method. Also, can you guess it? By Neville Goddard. And it's very similar to what you would do to script your perfect outcome. You are imagining that you're the director, the producer, and the actor of your movie. You're going to write down in as detailed as possible what your movie, what your positive outcome would look like. Write it down in as much detail as possible. If you need more help on what to write, and maybe you even want to think about, I don't really know what I want to manifest because I have so many things and I'm just dreaming about this big grand life that I want to build, watch this video next where I talk about how you can script your dream life. It comes with a detailed instructions of what you need to write, and there's even a free download for you to look at it and write it yourself at home. Go and be your favorite self. I'll see you soon.